Tucker Carlson, according to Axios, is preparing to torch, as the article writes, Fox News. Obviously, he was fired, and right now he's stuck in a contract where he can't go on to do something that competes with Fox News. He can't go on to have some other position in the media because he's still getting paid. His contract will be paid out by Fox News, and he's not happy with that. He's moving forward as if that weren't the case, and one of the ways he's planning on getting Fox News to release him from that contract is by torching them, apparently. Here's this from Axios. Tucker Carlson ready to torch Fox News. Tucker Carlson is preparing to unleash allies to attack Fox News in an effort to bully the network into letting him work for or start a right-wing rival, sources close to him tell Axios. Brian Friedman, the high-powered Hollywood lawyer Carlson retained for the contract dispute, told Axios, the idea that anyone is going to silence Tucker and prevent him from speaking to his audience is beyond preposterous. A Tucker versus Fox battle could reshape the conservative news world. Fox, which has seen its ratings plunge in Carlson's slot since he was let go 13 days ago, wants to sideline him by paying him $20 million a year not to work. Oh my gosh, $20 million a year not to work. Boo-hoo, Tucker Carlson. I will say, though, even though Tucker Carlson is one of the worst people in politics, I also would really give up anything to be able to continue to work. Does that make sense? Even if you were to pay me a bunch of money just to chillax, that would make me really unhappy because a lot of what I get joy out of is actually working. So it is kind of a, oh, your life's so hard, Tucker Carlson, like, sure. But I would also be fighting to try to get out of that contract if I were him. But the work that he wants to do is awful, so I hope he's unsuccessful. Axios has learned Carlson is busy plotting a media empire of his own, but he needs Fox to let him out of his contract, which expires in January 2025. And then the article continues. We'll see how that moves forward. And of course, this comes in the midst of Tucker Carlson's announcement that he will indeed be relaunching his show on Twitter. You probably saw this.
Amazingly, as of tonight, there aren't many platforms left that allow free speech. The last big one remaining in the world, the only one, is Twitter, where we are now. Twitter has long served as the place where our national...
Can someone tell me why? Look at this. Why is it so wide? The camera shot. What is this going to be viewed in IMAX theaters or something? Just film it like a normal video.
Conversation incubates and develops. Twitter is not a partisan site. Everybody's allowed here, and we think that's a good thing. And yet, for the most part, the news that you see analyzed on Twitter comes from media organizations that are themselves thinly disguised propaganda outlets. You see it on cable news, you talk about it on Twitter. The result may feel like a debate, but actually the gatekeepers are still in charge. We think that's a bad system. We know exactly how it works, and we're sick of it. Starting soon, we'll be bringing a new version of the show we've been doing for the last 6.5 years to Twitter. We'll be bringing some other things too, which we'll tell you about. But for now, we're just grateful to be here. Free speech is the main right that you have. Without it, you have no others.
So he's saying he's going to start his show back on Twitter, which would kind of be strange. You hop on a Twitter to watch Tucker Carlson tonight, but we'll see if he moves forward with it. And then we'll see if he starts attacking Fox News, as the article said, to bully them into letting him start his own thing contractually. And we've talked about in the past reporting on Fox News having an Oppo file prepared for Tucker Carlson. So they would probably start dropping in response to Tucker's attack. So their own stories, dropping dirt about him, and then Tucker Carlson dropping stories about them. And one of the parts I didn't read yet of this Axios article says the ousted host, quote, knows where a lot of bodies are buried and is ready to start drawing a map. That would be great if Fox News and Tucker Carlson went to war with one another. Similar to how I say with the GOP, a divided GOP is a weaker GOP, and that's good for America because usually that doesn't help you in an election. And so with this, a divided kind of right-wing media world is better for America, so that there's just some friction, hectic. Fox News maybe loses some of its power and authority and definitely viewership, as we've seen, and all of that will be a pleasure to watch.